Good morning and welcome to day 3 on Ovation of the Seas. We are just hours away from docking in Cabo. So this is not a early morning dock where you're going to be disembarking at 7 o'clock, 7 or 8 I guess. This is a afternoon dock, so we will be disembarking for our excursion we meet at 12:15, so we'll be disembarking about that time. Now, this is also a unique disembarkation. I think I've only done it maybe twice before, and so this is a tender port. So in the case of this ship, I believe the tenders are going to be the lifeboats that they take a couple off, and you're going to take one lifeboat at a time going over. Now, they may have like some tenders through a service on the island as well. I'm not sure, but we're all gonna find out together. You guys will see it with us. So today we have a snorkeling adventure in Cabo to start our 2-day back-to-backs here in Cabo, San Lucas. So we're gonna get on a catamaran. It's the kids' first catamaran. Hey, speaking of kids, is there a kid? Let's turn the camera there. There's a kid. There's a kid. Anyway, so we have a catamaran today for the kids, and we're going to go out and we're going to see the beautiful crystal blue waters around Cabo San Lucas. Hopefully see some fish, have a good time, do some swimming and some snorkeling. You guys are going to see it. You're going to do it with us. But first, as always, we got to look at some pictures of some food. So we're going to go have what they call the brunch. So it's nice on these kinds of days that they have extended the breakfast hours into almost lunchtime. So instead of being done at 9:30, it goes until noon. So we're eating a late breakfast, so we have some food in our system to go have some fun in the ocean. But let's go. Let's get day 3 started. Cabo San Lucas. Let's go. We are walking back from our room. So we're on the 12th floor. We took an elevator down to 4. And I wanted to show you guys the walk back from our room to the main dining room where we are having brunch today. If you remember, if you have watched the Alaska series on Anthem of the Seas, you'll notice that the look of this, what they call an Esplanade on Quantum class ships, is basically exactly the same as it was on Anthem of the Seas. The only difference is the name of the pub is Amber and Oak. So they changed the name of the pub. Every ship pretty much has a pub on it, and they mostly are similar, like from class to class. The only difference being the name. So you can see through the stairs there at the back. That's where the main dining room is, and we've quickly made our way through the Esplanade to the dining room. And the reason we come this way instead of walking down the room halls is that for some reason when you're on a ship, the room halls feel so long, but if you come down here, it kind of breaks it up and it makes the walk feel quicker. And it's a more visually pleasing walk than just walking down halls full of doors to rooms. All right, let's go sit down and have some breakfast or some brunch. And this breakfast dining room or brunch dining room looks exactly like the brunch dining room that we had on Anthem of the Seas as well. All right, we got our seats. We're gonna look at the pictures of food, but I think we've all decided, me and the kids, that this is our favorite dining room, and I can't remember the name of it. There's the name of it right there. Vivian says it's American Icon, but if it's not, there's the name right there. But I think we like the aesthetic. Vivian said her favorite is the, what did you say your favorite was?
The one right next to us, Silk. Yeah. Silk,
which is more the Asian themed one. And then I'll try to throw in some shots of the ones that are on the floor. I don't even think we've ever even been up to the ones on the 5th floor. Is it 3rd or 5th floor? It's on this floor, and this is what they look like. And now pictures of some food brought to you by, I don't know what I'm talking about.
hello, Chloe. Vivian, don't look at me. Hello, Griffin.
Where are we?
And the Royal Theater.
We are in the Royal Theater. We had to leave our balcony with the beautiful views of sailing into Cabo. We saw some turtles, y'all. Yeah, you'll see a picture, a poorly zoomed in picture. But now we are literally on the front row, right by everybody, walking in, getting checked in. And this is tender, so we're gonna wait and they're gonna tender us off to go see some fishes. So we're gonna chill and hang out here, and you guys are gonna come along with us. Okay, so this is gonna be a little bit different, a little bit unique compared to some of the other excursions that we've done. So we are in line to disembark right now. However, because it's a tender process, we are technically disembarking in our groups. However, you don't have to get off with your group, and then they will have a person with our excursion sign and or number when we get to the pier. So they sort of let you get off all together, but then you're kind of making your way sort of with your group, but not really, and you check in sort of again when you get to the pier. But this process is a little slower simply because the tenders will pull up, they'll let as many people on as they can, and then it takes off, and then the next tender pulls up. So you sort of, it's kind of go, wait, go, wait, go. And yes, so there's your little explanation, if that helps for those of you that want to do this excursion. We made it on the tender. Got them lined up, waiting and ready to go. We are headed ashore. Are you excited?
Yeah.
That's it. That's her comment. Yeah. I want to tell you guys something that's sort of important. Drink water. Drink water. When you wake up, drink water. When you're getting ready to get off the boat, drink water. As soon as we got off, we already saw somebody having to get on a stretcher and get medical care because they were overheating. You don't think 85 is going to be hot, but it's different than the United States 85. So drink water. And then a couple of things I would say to bring on excursions like this in case you need kind of if you're a list person like me, sunscreen, obviously, sunglasses, hat, camera, wear some water shoes, or we got some Crocs, just something cheap, easy to take on and off, that kind of stuff. And bring your ID, your CPAS card, and some cash. You want to bring cash because cash is king when you are in Mexico especially. So yeah, there's your list, but most importantly, drink water, stay hydrated. All right, we're gonna check in when we get the excursion going. We are off the boat, but on the pier waiting, and we've got about a 20-minute wait, they said.
With the lady here, her name is Luz. Give it up for Luz, please. And the other guy, his name is Christopher. Give it up for Christopher, please. Christopher!
We've made it to our first stop of two stops on this snorkeling adventure. The first stop is just for snorkeling and for swimming. The second stop is just going to be kind of somewhere pretty to stop, and we're going to eat some food. So the way that it works is they've divided it up into two groups. So you have the group of people that are going to be the better swimmers, and they're going to swim a little bit further out and go look at the wider variety of fish. And then you have the second group, which if you're not as good of a swimmer, you're just going to stay by the boat, and you'll have some time in the water over here close by the boat where you can be a little bit safer. So yeah, you guys are going to be staying, my kiddos and myself are going to be staying close to the boat because they're not the best swimmers quite yet. So that's what we're up to, and we're going to hopefully show you guys some pretty shots of some fish here coming up. But it is absolutely beautiful. The water is crystal clear and blue. Really nice views of the coast. So we're excited to go get in the water. Let's see some fish. Real quick because we've got some incredible Bruno Mars that YouTube is going to get mad at in the background. But we are at our second stop of the day. We're going to grab some lunch and do maybe some more swimming. We really just moved around this rock formation a little bit deeper, so the snorkeling won't be as good. Anyway, we're going to grab some food. You go look, see some pictures of it. Been a really good trip so far. This catamaran is amazing. on the Tender, headed back to the ship after our excursion. Chloe, what was your favorite part of the excursion?
My favorite part was when, one of the crewmates threw pieces of bread into the water, and all the fishes surrounded it, and it was really cool.
Yeah, that was fun. What a great crew. It was a very, very cool and well-run excursion. We'll talk about it a little bit more when we get back on the ship.
Okay, so the excursion was like, so there's two groups. So when we got to the first stop, it's the snorkeling stop. So there's two groups. The group that's going to go sort of far out, the group that's better at swimming. And the second group is the group that stays near the boat and just basically goes in circles around it, or just stays in the front and they just stay close so that they can get to the boat quicker when we need to go back. That second group, they stay near the boat so that they can get quicker, because if they're worse swimmers or not as good as the other group, they can get there quick. And that's the two groups.
The excursion was really fun. At the second stop, you could still get in the water before you get served food. It was a chicken sandwich, a cucumber, tomato, and pickle sandwich, ham. There was guacamole with chips, ceviche, and pasta. But there were a lot of fish at the second stop that were swarming around the ladders. So when you would try to get in, there would be a bunch of fish right there. But there were a lot of fish. It was really fun.
Did you have a good time?
Yes.
Obviously, we're at dinner. We snuck in on a late dinner. Normally, we have the early 5 o'clock dinner, but our excursion was late. So, not late. It was long. It was like 6 hours. So, be ready, because I will say, when you meet in the theater, so we met at 12:15. I don't think we really got off the boat until close to 1. And then we had to take the Tender over. And then there was waiting on land. I don't know that the excursion even really started till maybe 1:30 or 2. So I guess it was a 4-hour excursion. But if you include all the wait time, it was almost closer to 6. So be ready for that. Don't plan on like a specialty dinner if you are doing that excursion when you come in on the afternoon day at Cabo. But the kids had an absolute blast. It was their first time on a catamaran. It was a very, very nice catamaran. Very comfortable, very luxurious. So that was not false advertising. It was definitely a luxury catamaran. The food was great. Like, not good. Great. Guacamole. Chloe doesn't like guacamole. She loved it. Vivian loved the ceviche. I enjoyed the sandwiches, the guacamole. I'm okay. I'm a hit or miss. Like, ceviche has to be like really, really, really good for me to be into it. But pasta was good. Like, overall, super great. Drinks they had a open bar, I guess you could call it. As many drinks as you wanted. So if you want food, drinks, and some fun, beautiful snorkeling in crystal clear waters, this is the one you're going to want to book. So we're going to look at some pictures of some food now for dinner. I don't know that we're going to get up to a whole lot else tonight, because tomorrow is a very early excursion, 6:30 a.m. But for now, let's look at pictures of the food and we'll see what else we get up to.
Can I tell you what's on my mind? 'Cause I've been thinking about it for quite some time. Hey, can you give me a moment to declare my love? Can I tell you what's on my mind? Can I get a chance to let you know you're my heart's desire, and I love you so? Will you stay right